Tell an American you're going to Ontario and they'll say, oh, you're going to Toronto? Or, oh, I love Niagara Falls.
Ready, set, go.
Starting right in downtown Ottawa and running 202 kilometers south to Kingston, there's a canal that almost nobody we know has ever heard of. The Rideau Canal. Most of its rivers and lakes connected by locks that still get cranked open by hand the same way they've been doing it for over 200 years. You pull up to an island in the middle of the lake, tie off, and there's nobody else out there. If you listen, there's nothing. The whole thing was built as a military supply route almost 200 years ago. A backup plan in case of another war, but the war never came. Not a single shot was even fired on it. Now it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it's the oldest working canal in North America. We booked 4 nights on a boat, and by the second night, we were already trying to figure out how to stay longer. And I think that tells you everything you need to know about what's coming. Hey, I'm Chris, this is Sarah, and we can't forget Kramer, and welcome to Ontario. Okay, before we get into the video, we actually partnered with LeBoat to give away this trip. It's completely free. All you have to do is scan the QR code, enter your email address. It's just a way for us to be able to give back to you because it's so cool for us to experience these trips. And if we're able to have one of you experience the same thing, I feel like we did our job right. So that's all it is. We're giving away a boat trip. Scan the QR code or click the link down below for more information. And without further ado, let's get into the video.
So welcome to Ottawa. We just landed here and we have a lot planned over the next few days. But first up, Kramer's making himself comfortable after a long travel day. This is the Fairmont and we are staying right downtown Ottawa. I am so excited about this. This is going to be such a fun experience. We're starting our trip here in Ottawa for about 24 hours and then we are going to jump over to the Rideau Canal and we're going to do a 4-night boat cruise down the Rideau Canal. It's just something that we've heard is supposed to be amazing. We love boating. We're very new to boating, but we just did another boating experience in England about 3 weeks ago. So go check out that video if you want to. Why don't we just let Kramer do the room tour? So are you just excited to be in Canada? They welcomed us with some chocolates. And I don't even know, look at that little photo. Oh, that's a chocolate photo frame of the hotel. That's what it looks like on the outside. It's a beautiful historic old hotel. It's like over 100 years old. Very, very beautiful building. Then Kramer got his own little Pets on Vacation welcome package, which I have not opened yet. He even got his own little welcome note. This is Stuart, the canine ambassador of the hotel. It's a black lab. Is that Stuart? He welcomed Kramer with a little note. Thank you, Stuart.
Stuart? That is Stuart?
That's Stuart.
Stuart's very gentle. He's really excited. Nice.
I feel like I just saw Mickey Mouse in Disney World. We're excited to be here, but now we got to get out of the hotel and go check out Ottawa. So let's go.
Feeling good now.
This is our first time here in Ottawa, and you know, and being the capital of Canada, I was kind of fearful that it would be kind of ugly because a lot of capital cities around the world aren't that great looking, but I'm pleasantly surprised. Ottawa is very beautiful.
Something kind of cool about Ottawa is it's right on the border of Quebec and Ontario. Canada has different provinces like the US has states. And Ontario is a big province. It has Toronto, it has Ottawa, which is the capital of all of Canada. And then on the other side, next door is Quebec. And this river right here, next to downtown Ottawa, divides Ontario and Quebec. So you can actually walk from one side to the other. So the city of Ottawa is technically in Ontario, but right there is Quebec. Beautiful day. I've been very impressed with the downtown so far. Now we're here at the 1st of June and obviously the weather's perfect. I think it's supposed to be like 85 degrees today. A little warm, but like a perfect warm. So everything's blooming, everything's green. I don't know what it's like in the winter, but I'd say a lot colder. I've seen pictures of people actually skating on the Rideau Canal, which comes right next to here. So what we're doing later in this video is taking a boat down the Rideau Canal and it goes right here. So this is sort of like the, I guess the end or the beginning or whatever you want to say of the Rideau Canal, which is a huge part of this video. But Ottawa is just its own thing entirely. So
I've never seen a lamppost like this.
So we are at a local brewery. It's called Beyond the Pale. They have a couple locations in town, but we're at their Byward Market location, and it's got a great patio. There's like 3 different restaurants that kind of share this really nice shaded patio right in the heart of Ottawa. We decided to come here for obviously a beer, and this is nice after having done a lot of walking around. So we got a beer, and then we're kind of hungry because we haven't had lunch yet, but not like starving yet. So we decided to go with something that's traditionally from Quebec, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but we are going to get a small poutine to split. We have been to Canada so many times, and we have never actually tried poutine.
Let it be known that it was my idea. I was like, hey, they've got poutine. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's walk around with this gravy and fries in our stomach all day.
I think a lot of people eat poutine to like soak up after the like long evening out on the town, like soak up the beer or whatever they've been drinking. We don't really have that problem. We just really want cheese and fries. Who orders this in the middle of the day? Oh my gosh, this is already such a mistake.
Do you eat this with your fingers or do you use utensils? I'm thinking fork now, maybe.
I don't hate that. That's so good. But oh my gosh, this is the small too. They had a small and like a regular or a large size. This is a small. That's a stretchy cheese.
And just in case you don't know what poutine is, it's this famous Canadian comfort food made of French fries, fresh cheese curds, and warm gravy.
To end our time in Ottawa and to start our, I guess, experiences on the water in Ontario, we're doing a tandem kayak and it's dog friendly. So guess who's coming along? Got his life vest, a camera, I'm ready to go.
This part of Ottawa is beautiful.
So impressed by their park system and the canals and the bike paths and all.
Yeah,
So
if you're a fan of parks and you like running outside, cycling outside, doing things outside, this is really, really enjoyable.
I'm holding on to it too, so. There you go. Are you going for a ride?
Come on. Oh gosh. Please don't flip me. Oh, gotcha. Okay.
I think he's our first dog here.
Yes, yeah.
You guys feeling good?
Feeling good. I can already tell that we're gonna like this experience. It's pretty slow moving, we get to go down the canal, and tonight may be a great sunset. All right, I guess the tour is beginning. Sarah is holding Kramer, which means I'm doing all the paddle part.
I don't know which is harder.
I don't know which is harder either.
Trying to keep Kramer out of the water or stopping?
Kramer looks pretty content.
It's fun to see everybody in Ottawa just out enjoying the evening. It's a Wednesday night here. Beautiful day. I heard some of the locals say this was pretty hot for them. So the sun's going down now, it's cooling off. People are on the pathways along the canal. They're running, they're biking, they're walking their dogs. People are picnicking. It's so pleasant. I mean, they even have, you know, swings and seats and that kind of thing behind me so you can just enjoy the canal. And it's really pretty quiet. There is one road going along one side of it, but for the most part, for being in the city, it's very peaceful. This is a great way to start our time here and a great introduction to the Rideau Canal. Fun fact we just learned, this is an exciting year for the Rideau Canal because they started construction on it 200 years ago. And it's 202 kilometers long, and it only took 6 years to build, and that was in the early 1800s. So it's pretty impressive, but I didn't know until now that this is the 200th anniversary at the beginning. Pretty cool.
So 200 years ago, a guy named Colonel John By got the job to make this canal. He brought a few thousand workers into the Ontario woods to build this thing, and they did it all by hand. But out of all the 202 kilometers, only about 19 are actually man-made. The rivers, the lakes, those were already here. They just built 45 locks to connect with the land already had. Ottawa to Kingston.
So Chris is turning us around to get a great shot of us because the sun is just setting in the west, and then as we're heading west on the canal right now, our hotel is actually right there on the canal. Absolutely beautiful, iconic Ottawa skyline looking right now. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful, and we have a beautiful sunset tonight.
So I love this.
This is very relaxing. I want to say our guides have also been really great. You know, when you book a tour like this, you can sometimes not get great guides. We have 3 guides and they are all 3 wonderful. Like, they're not like overly bubbly or it feels fake. Like, they're just genuinely nice people. But then again, they're Canadian. Isn't that the stereotype? Nice? Way to go, Canada. Work it.
Work it. Work it.
Kramer's still down here chilling.
You ever have to like pull people? You're like, hey, you gotta go. It was finally time to head to Smith Falls and pick up our boat. Now, before they let you leave the dock, the boat walks you through everything. How to drive it, how to park it, how the locks work, and then they take you out for a test run until they're convinced that you're not gonna be a problem.
So now we're going out for our test ride. Right here at the dock, there's like a larger area, so we're gonna go out there and he's gonna have us practice through all the different stuff that we learned. So we're gonna take turns doing that. I'm up first.
Also, every time check surrounding and
Oh.
go back. No, you're good.
Okay.
Yeah, just in case. So you're doing good. So no need to go like all the way. Yeah,
Okay.
because it's oversteer.
Awesome. Hey, buddy.
And now we go. Yeah.
That? Okay.
Okay.
That was the most confusing part. Oh, well.
I'll try.
Let's do it, Chris.
I know I sit there and watch you. But
Well, I can't park us to do it.
So,
No. You guys start.
What? Yeah, let's start from
right here. Amazing.
the last thing we show.
Here we go.
All right, and we're off. First thing that we're doing is immediately heading into a lock. The cool thing about Canada, Parks Canada controls the locks. So they're there to help you and guide you. So unlike us in the UK who didn't know how to operate some of the locks, here they're taking out the guesswork for you, which is super nice.
Yeah, learning the locks in England was a fun experience, but this is just different. It's a little bit more just kind of, I don't want to say put the boat in cruise and go, but you get to kind of just enjoy the experience a little bit more, and they kind of help you out. And apparently the locks are significantly bigger than what we did in England. So 2 similar but very different experiences. Now we wait. So you're supposed to pull up to the blue line, which you can see the blue line along us. The lock masters, what do you call them? The guys that work in the locks from the Canada Parks Department, they just showed up. They are cranking the lock open. The water is coming out, so I think there's probably somebody in it right now. So exciting, so much to learn. I'm actually really thankful we did the England boat tour a few weeks back because I feel a little bit more prepared. Like some of this is, like I'm understanding how the locks work now. Like I know what to expect, but if they just thrown us into it, we could have totally managed it because the lock workers, they really do most of the work. You just kind of have to wait for their signal. But still, it's good to know what's happening around me, what to look for.
All right, so the lock door has finally opened up, and now the Parks for Canada people, they're about to swing this bridge out, I think. Yeah, the bridge is going down. We're stopping traffic, and we're going through.
Hi. Is that good? We have a lot to learn. Chris is killing it on the road. That's the easy part up here. Thank you, Chris.
Hey, bye. Thank you so much. Oh, you're gonna. What's up? Yeah, you're really. You're good. All right, sounds good. Made it through our first lock. The Parks Canada people were so nice. I mean, they just handled everything. They've talking about how to do, like, to tie off the rope correctly, and not condescending at all. They were just like, hey, this is what you do. Like, what are you doing? Like, talking about our trip.
So we just finished up dinner, delicious pizza and wine at a local winery here in Westport. And it's not like a lot of wineries that are kind of, I don't know, snooty. This is actually at the owner's house. This is their house right behind us. It's open seasonally from, I think they said May to, I guess, whenever it gets cooler, like maybe October, September. But it started out as one little space at their house, and now they've got the tent, they've got tables outside, they've got a greenhouse, and they also have, we saw horses, sheep. They have their own dogs on property, so you can't bring your dog. Kramer is back on the boat right now. But it's just a really laid-back but beautiful setting. We're here at 7:30 p.m. in the end of May, and we're looking out over the water, and it's just the perfect golden hour. And you could sit there in those really relaxing chairs and just look over the water and drink a glass of wine or have a piece of pizza, and it's just so nice. Very, very family friendly, very relaxing, and delicious food and wine.
Today was a long 4-hour ride on the boat to Westport. Beautiful ride. I am sunburned because I didn't realize the sun was beating down on my face until it was too late. Either way, beautiful day here in Canada. So today was the longest journey day. Now we're finally going to be into the meat of our trip and take it a little slower.
We had a wonderfully quiet night off the marina here in Westport, Ontario. Really quaint little town. It just reminds me so much of, I grew up going to Michigan every summer. I had a lot of family up from Michigan, and we had a little family cottage on a lake there. And it reminds me a lot of that. Very just relaxed, like perfect summer location where you bring the family, you hang out on the water. I remember swimming all day and then just being so exhausted at night. And that's kind of what this place reminds me of. Just relaxing, peaceful, beautiful. So we're in Westport. We're gonna go get some breakfast. I think our next 2 nights on the boat are gonna be a little bit more remote than having a town right here at us. So we're gonna go to the grocery store, get a few more groceries, and get some breakfast and coffee first.
It was a beautiful night here in Westport.
Oh, we had the perfect moon last night. We had a beautiful sunset, and then the moon was a full moon last night. It had this beautiful pink and purple too. It was so pretty. It was so pretty that the boat next to us came over and knocked, like, you guys have to get a picture of that moon out there. Like, did you see it? Did you see it? And they were so nice. So we ran outside and got a picture. But the whole boating community is already really fun.
Super nice. We're hungry, so we're gonna go get some breakfast, take you guys along with us, and then we're gonna get back on the boat. Like I said, yesterday was a really long haul to get here. It's about 4 hours on the boat. Today, taking it slow, enjoying the water. It's beautifully overcast today, so my sunburn will not increase as of yet.
We hope. You can still get burned through the clouds, I know.
Right here in Westport, we found this Forno Sourdough Pizza Company. They do breakfast, not just pizza, which I'm sure the pizza's amazing.
It's like a little taste of Europe in Westport. And when you walk into that bakery, it smells so good. So a lot of European influence is what they're going for. I think mostly, we were told Portuguese. All right, so I saw a picture of this on Google before we got here, and I was like, oh, cinnamon bun sounds good. Usually one savory, one sweet is kind of how we go. The picture didn't make it look that large. I mean, I'm not complaining. Thankfully, we don't have a very long drive today on the boat. Otherwise, we would be passed out. It's a very hefty cinnamon roll. We got one open face sandwich, which has ham, poached egg. I think it was like a chipotle aioli sauce, and it's on an English muffin. So one savory, one sweet.
Breakfast looks amazing. Good?
We're good.
The wind was actually a bit chilly. We were like, you know what? Like, I wish we could go inside. And then both Sarah and I looked at each other and we were like, we can drive from the inside.
Because I was sitting outside, I was like, the sun feels so good, but the wind is really strong. So I was like, this is fun. This is fun. And then we realized, like, oh yeah, we have two places to drive this boat. One is inside. So now we're taking a break and sitting inside until the wind dies down.
And then I'd go somewhere slightly. So.
Shine your light, cast away the shadows in the night. Take a chance today, 'cause you know it's gonna be alright.
That was invigorating. It's pretty early in the season. What is it, June 1st today, which is pretty early by Canada standards for summer. Kids aren't even out of school here yet. It takes a while for the water to warm up, and they said it's been a pretty cool spring so far. But we did it anyway. It's 70 degrees, and we're here, and I laid out in the sun for a little bit just to kind of warm up, and I had to jump in. We jumped in. Felt wonderful.
Just to give you an idea of how strong Sarah is compared to me, she did it 3 times. I did it once and I said, that's enough.
I just love the water. I do. I'm a fish.
It's cold, guys, but it feels good on a hot, sunny day. It's not that hot, but what a beautiful, beautiful island. Stunning. We just moored up right here at Colonel Way. It's one of the largest islands in this canal, and it's beautiful. So when you come here, you can park on the dock. They don't have power or anything like that. It's just an island for you to hang out on.
What's he doing? Come on. Whoa. Where are your manners?
The LeBoat team was so kind to give us some kebabs to grill out tonight. They're like, hey, we know you're gonna be off grid. You know, there's not gonna be any amenities or a town nearby, so we wanted to give you a little dinner. So they gifted us some kebabs, and so that's exactly what we're doing. We're gonna be cooking out here on the patio, just enjoying a nice, calm Monday. Sarah and I were looking at each other earlier and we're just like, this is our Monday. This is incredible that this is a Monday.
This could be every Monday if you want to buy a boat.
If you want to go on a LeBoat tour, or if you want to buy a boat, this could be your everyday Monday.
I'm pushing for buying our own boat. How fun would that be? Boat life? I mean, people have recommended it for a while, and we keep like, no, we're not boat people, but I may be a boat person. Maybe not this kind of boat. This has been a really good introduction, but maybe something. We'll see. One shot of my hand flipping over. It was up to me to get like the salad or the veggies to go on the side, and in the grocery store, I completely forgot the other day. So, while the kebabs look great, it may be a smaller dinner than what we anticipated. It's a lot of meat, but we do have some fresh blackberries and blueberries to serve as our produce. I just like completely forgot. I'm sorry, Chris.
So this is a great time to tell you guys we have a cookbook coming out. Trust me, you're gonna love it.
We will never release a cookbook. I cannot cook. I think the whole route has been a little quieter than I was expecting, and that's a good thing. I think I was kind of worried that it was going to be really busy, but it hasn't been. Now keep in mind that we're here at the end of May, beginning of June, so this is very early in the season. But I thought it was just going to be like constant boat traffic and that kind of thing. But usually, I think the most other boats we've ever had at the dock at a night has been 2 other boats. So it really has not been too bad. Everybody's so nice, which we were told or warned in the best way. But everybody's been so nice and just quick to help, and it's just been a great experience. But I think I've enjoyed the nature side of it more than what I was expecting to get out of it. This is just a federally funded island. It's part of their national park system, and there's one other boat here right now who's also from a boat like us. Very nice people, but everybody's kind of respectful of the space, and you can walk and explore the island. There's a 2-mile loop around it, which is, that's just so nice, so pleasant.
Good morning. Sarah's in her pajamas. She looks like the banana person.
What? They're lemons.
Yeah, but you look like the bananas in pajamas.
These are my favorite Costco pajamas. I love these things. Listen to him. He's drooling over there. And you just lost yourself leftover egg. How am I supposed to eat with him staring at me like this? No, we don't feed our dog from the table.
It's a great way to start the morning.
Welcome to our boat. All right, so quick tour of this place, and it's not our boat. We're renting it through Le Boat, which is a company. They have boat rentals in Europe, in Canada, and this is actually the smallest of the boats you can rent up here on the Rideau Canal. But come on in, I'll show you around. All right, so this is the living, dining area of the boat. We've got a full sink, microwave, oven, and 3-eye stove, run on gas. We have a large booth right here, which also can convert to a bed. We did not do that, but it can convert to, it looks like a twin size bed maybe. We have a fridge and freezer, a good size fridge and freezer. Usually ones in boats and RVs are not that big. Very nice. We have a location that you can drive from downstairs, and there's also another wheel at the top. So depending on the weather, we've done most of our driving from the roof, but yesterday it did get pretty chilly with some pretty strong winds. So we came down here for a little bit, and that was very nice to have the option to warm up inside. There's another seating area here. So Chris will take turns driving and navigating. So one person gets the maps, the other person drives, and also the other person gets to sit with Kramer right there. All right, moving back, we have the first bedroom is right behind me, and it's about a queen size bed. You'll notice it's kind of a funny shape, but that's very normal on boats. So it's a little narrower at the head, wider at the feet. We had no trouble sleeping on it, and Kramer does sleep with us. So plenty of room. There's lots of storage on either side of the bed, and then underneath there's more storage. There's a 120-volt outlet, and then there's also life jackets down there. On my left, your right, we have a second bedroom, which has 2 about twin-size beds. They look pretty darn comfortable. Good-sized storage closet in here, too. So while this is mainly used for like 2 people, this actually can sleep, I'm guessing, at least 5 people with a table up front, and then these 2 beds here. So pretty good space. Then you have a full bathroom with a toilet, a sink, and a shower with hot water, which is lovely. The water actually got a little too hot, which I'm not used to in RVs and boats. So that was kind of unusual. You'll see lots of lighting. So obviously when you're in a boat, you kind of sit down a little bit, but there's windows at like eye level all throughout. There's skylight, so it really does feel bright for being decently under the water. All right, now we're gonna go to my favorite part, which is outside. All right, so this is the back deck. And y'all, forgive me if I don't know the correct nautical terms like port and starboard. And, I'm trying to get it, but I'm just going to use basic layman's terms today because I don't know all the terms. Help me out in the comment section if you'd like. But this is the back deck of the boat, a large bench. And you'll see a lot of these benches, the backrest can move around. So if you want to sit on the back and face out, you can, or you can move it here and sit facing inwards, like more seating, make this more of like a giant outdoor living room. We have a bike rack on the back of our boat, and there's also a ladder that drops down in the water, so kind of a swimming deck. You can hop into the water no matter where you're at. We have shore power here, which we plugged in a couple of the nights. Last night we did not plug in, but we still did fine without having to get that extra power. Now upstairs is my favorite. All boats are a little bit different, but this one has a really large upstairs lounge area. So we have a full table, which we have eaten dinner at, we've worked at. There's a grill here. We actually made dinner last night. Currently we're parked at this beautiful public lands islands, part of the Parks Canada system, so it's federal land, but you can just dock here. The fees are not that bad. I think it's like 75 cents Canadian dollars per foot of the boat. Our boat is about 35 feet long, so not that bad, but when you rent the boat, the fee comes included in it because they've already paid all the annual passes for their boats to park up in places like this. Just something to know. This upstairs area, you have the dining area, you have the grill, and then you have the front seats here, so kind of like downstairs. We mentioned that downstairs you have the one side that is the driver, and then you have the other side that is the navigator. These benches are actually even bigger than downstairs, so you have more room to sit down. While Chris would sit and drive, Kramer and I, as he's about to demonstrate, we would lounge there. That's our favorite spot in the boat. There's also another seat up front at the very, is it the bow is the front of the boat? The bow, there's another big bench there. And one thing that's kind of cool about these boats, I guess a lot of boats, is that they're made of fiberglass. So they're really strong. And then when we picked up our boat, our instructor, he kind of, as he was walking us through and teaching us how to drive it and all, he said, you can walk anywhere on the boat. He said, just don't step on like the skylights or the windows, the ones that are on the roof. But you can walk from up here to down there. So it's really easy and quick to get around. Unfortunately, if you have a dog, they will quickly learn how to get around the boat too. So you've got to keep an eye on the dog. Kramer does a pretty good job not moving around too much. He's pretty scared of falling. Actually, he will never jump into the water. He's terrified of that, but he loves to swim. But he pretty much stayed put. Just watch your dog if you do have a dog. All the boats are dog friendly, which is really, really great. We always travel with our dog, or almost always travel with our dog. So having a good dog friendly option, not even that allows a dog, but is very welcoming of the dog, is really great. Their terminology they use, the posture they use when they welcomed us with the dog was great. It wasn't just like, okay, we're tolerating him. Very nice. So that's pretty much the boat. I do want to say, Chris and I, besides the tiny little narrowboat we rode in England just a few videos back, we have no boating experience. Now, they walk you through it. They make sure you're very comfortable. This boat is incredibly easy to drive. They will make sure you're comfortable before you ever leave the dock. So they gave us time to practice parking, gave us time to learn all the levers. They explained everything on the boat. So if you're nervous about driving a boat, don't be. Be smart about it, but know that it is completely manageable even for complete beginners like us.
Bye. Have a great rest of your trip. So in case you're wondering, this white thing right here is our Starlink from our truck. I didn't know if we were going to have cell service out here, which we did for the most part, but I brought this just in case, and it's worked like a charm. So if you want to bring your Starlink on the boat, it's pretty good.
All right, so we have Jeff Burt. He has worked at, you work at the lock system. Are you a lock master?
I'm a lock master here,
Okay.
and I've been a lock master since 2017 at this station.
And you're from the area?
Yep.
What should people know if they want to do this? Like, I know you said any boat's open to it. What is the season like? How busy does it get?
So the season runs from Victoria Day weekend, so middle of May, till Canadian Thanksgiving in October. So mid-May to mid-October. Personally, me, the spring and fall, that's the best time. It's a little cooler, a little less bugs, less busy. So it's usually lots of dock space. In the summer, I always say kind of mid-July to mid-August, or maybe even a bit bigger window, gets fairly busy. So if you like busy, you like lots of people around, you know, kind of lots of hanging out, then that's a great time to go. If you'd prefer a little less crowding and maybe a little easier dock space to find, it's outside of that mid-July to mid-August windows. Better, but there is people that come and they love that time. It's hot.
Yeah.
They just love being around people. They come here because they just love to meet new people.
Yeah.
You know, before this trip, if you had asked us about Ontario, we probably would have said something like Toronto, maybe Niagara Falls, and that's about where it would stop. And now we have something else. And I know we didn't make it to Kingston. We didn't see Thousand Islands. We didn't go north. We basically covered one canal and a couple of small towns, and it's still one of the best trips that we've taken. Ontario is a huge place, and we definitely need to come back.
Will I be home on time? Lord knows she's on my mind. She must be heaven sent on the Road Dog Express. Lord knows she's on my mind. She must be heaven sent on the Road Dog Express.